Hey guys, it's Ethan Hill, handsome and wealthy. Can all my handsome and wealthy men tune into the video? Now guys, this video, I need you guys to tune in. The reality is that you do not need millions or billions, okay, to get the woman that you want. All right. I always say attract the woman you want, not the woman you're settling for. A lot of guys, the reason they fail with women or the reason they don't get the woman they want is not because of money. Money is external. All right. A woman would rather be with a guy who has something to bring outside of money. Okay. So that means a guy who has morals, character, who is a family guy, who has building skills, who can build, who's charismatic, who knows how to have a contact of people to get things done. That is what a woman is looking for, okay? We've been brainwashed into thinking that, oh, we just got to get the bag. But what happens when you get that bag and you don't have anything else but that? It creates a person who most likely amplified their character when they got the bag, and it amplifies basically everything that they were before, and it's just a 10x of those things, okay? Like, just because you got the bag, right? Let's say you were a guy that was a dishonest, broke guy, and then once you got the bag, now that dishonesty or whatever you had, it just amplifies it to the extreme, okay? So we have to stop looking at just the bag, okay? Because a lot of people who have the bag, they do dishonest things, okay? And why am I making this video up? Basically, a lot of men envy a lot of men for the wrong reasons, okay? Just because they got a bag, just because they got this following, you have to stay true to yourself, and you have to realize that women and their attractiveness is all gonna come primarily first on looks, okay? Women look at a man's looks first, okay? Then, if they like his personality, then they look at other things. I promise you that is how it's always been. That is how it will forever be, no matter if you're an influencer, okay? If you have status, okay? Does it make it easier? Yeah, it makes it easier, but still, you might be, just because you got the bag or whatever, that don't mean you're going to keep her. Because what I tend to happens with a lot of men who get the bag, and this is why you have to still, as a man, whether you have it or whether you don't have it, the man that has it all is the man who is the most at risk, okay? So the man who has it all is the man that is most at risk to lose everything, okay? One lawsuit, one fuck up can lose entirely everything, okay? So just because you got the bag, it's not like, oh my God, he got the bag. He's just, nah, because man, you could be a lame with the bag. You could be a nobody and still have the bag and not influence nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say, man. What I'm trying to say is stop flaunting your money for women, okay? Me and my partner had a conversation about this. So he actually was talking to a woman, right, in the parking lot. They was having a good conversation or whatever. And, you know, he's a, you know, good looking guy, can get a lot of women. And I guess the guy next to him, you know, they were out at their work parking lot. I guess the guy next to him was jealous, and he was flashing a whole bunch of money just to, you know, try to get her attention because he pulls a lot of women. And guys get intimidated by that. But, you know, if you're a real G or whatever, you never get intimidated by, you never get envious by a man who gets a lot of women, because there is plenty for everybody. And that's the problem with, like I said, social media is just, you got to have all this money and have all this cash, but it really is an illusion. You don't know You gotta be yourself at all times. You do not need to conform. You do not need to try to wait until you make $1 million to approach a woman, man. Approach that woman now, because you never know what your life could be like in 3 to 6 months. Come up on a bag, come up on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not going to determine everything because you have a bag, okay? Because just how you got it is the same way how you can lose it. So you're in this game, you're in this rat race, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. You're trying to stay in shape, you're trying to look smacked, you're trying to build your skills, you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, be that 1%. But like I said, approaching women is not something that is a hard skill. It is something that is natural, but with, you know, substances, you know, they put in our water bottles and, you know what I'm saying, just the propaganda, man. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that approaching a woman is not intimidating, okay? And you actually garner more respect if you can do it without the money, because a lot of guys, they need that guap, they need the cash money, because that's where a lot of guys get their confidence, is from getting that cash. But once you lose the cash, it's all wraps. You should be able to be the same person without the money than with it, because you know what I'm saying? That's the true confidence. That's the true confidence measure, is being able to be the man with or without it. Because just the same way you lost it, just the same way you put in that work, you know, it doesn't determine you as a person, because you can't build you know, a character with money. You can't build values with money, right? Money is only there to buy the things that you need or the things that you want. Because most times when we get that cash, when we get that money, that guap, you know what I'm saying, we just get the things we want. We get the things we want. We don't get the things we need all the time. We get the things that we've always wanted. And that's the thing that guys don't understand. Once you get that cash, you get the things you want, not the things you need, okay? So yeah, man. So what is the basis of me making this video? If you guys stay tuned to the end, what's the basis of me making this video? The basis of me getting this video is always stay true to who you are without the cash, without the money, because like I said, money is something you can't buy. Everything with money. You can't buy morals and values, and you can't, you know what I'm saying, you can't buy certain traits, because you're always going to be who you are regardless of the fact. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just wrapping it up. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure to comment down below what you guys thought of this video, and share this with somebody that might need some advice. Somebody who's just tricking, somebody who's just trying to use their money, trying to flaunt too much. Like, show them this video, man. Show them. All right. So you guys know the slogan, man. It's Ethan Hill, handsome and wealthy. Attract the woman you want, not the woman you're settling for. And we're out.